What is going on, guys? It is Will here from 3PM151, and we have Cesar. So, Cesar, this is the deck profile that you brought to. It was a League Cup, right?
I believe either League Cup, Challenge Cup, something Pokemon
Might have been a
related.
cup. That was $10, man. We had to pay the bag. And I know you got your. Everyone's gonna ask why you got sunglasses on, but it's because this deck is almost fully blinged out. Basically, it is blinged out, correct?
Pretty much, just a couple things just waiting on orders to clear, but it's going to be max ready by next week.
Perfect. What'd you play for the League Cup?
So you see yellow energies, people like to coordinate. I decided to play Miraidon.
Miraidon? Okay, show us his deck profile.
So I rocked the 3 Miraidon.
These are the alt arts.
With his partner Raikou.
2 Raikou. Absolutely.
Ran 4 Regieleki.
For Relic Jackie V's. Now, this is your main attacker, correct?
For the most part, really, the main attacker could be any of these 3. They all have situations where they all attack at better times. Early game, usually the Raikou comes out, but if I'm just looking for switcheroos, I can go Regieleki. If the wall gives me a knockout, I give them force them to play that it's just gonna cause me to be protected. It's like mini Gudra, so yeah, I just pick the poison from my opponent.
Okay,
I need those guys. In case I need to bump up damage, I played 3 Mega Max Plus powers.
Jeez.
Yeah, Veggie Max. They're amazing, honestly. If you don't need them, just discard them. Easy discards.
And they do plus 30, right? For
Plus
your
30 for each one that's out.
Okay.
For the basics. For my choice of little text, I decided to run the Flying Pikachu. I just felt it was more consistent than the Magnezone. But they do both the same thing. They have a job, and that's the job they do well.
I didn't know you played this in the deck. This is something you switched out. Was it last minute?
This is something I decided to do on Sunday. I already had switched it out on Saturday. I liked how I played, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play the VMAX.
That's spicy. I like that.
Also, what's huge is that it's free retreat. Free retreat in this deck is huge.
And that kind of basically just gives, like, obviously you have a great Lugia matchup, but that just makes it even better, I'm assuming, right? Because some Lugia players they're gonna go more Tyranitar.
What helps it's against a Lugia matchup, you force them into literally having the boss or the escape rope. Thing is, they never play escape rope in that deck, and boss is like a 1 or 2 of in that deck. It's a really tight deck. So if you see them already discard 1, it's literally I'm playing a roulette of 1 versus 30 cards left. Try me.
And they're not playing Dunsparce, so basically Max Balloon just knocks out the Lugia, and then they're just left with Stonjourners and Tyranitars, and then you basically just win the game from there.
In this format, Lugia cannot knock this out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good tech. I like that a lot.
And then the final tech of the deck would be the Drapion. A lot of players don't like the Drapion in this deck. I say bump it 4 prizes. I ain't gonna argue.
Facts. And actually, that happened in the cup, right? You had a play. I think you told me where you went.
Yeah, round 5. So I went ahead and with a card in the deck, obviously Sky Seal Stone. I went ahead and searched deck with Nets Balls, dropped them on the board. Arvin into Sky Seal Stone, and my opponent was he knew his game.
Draw 4, no Uno.
No. So that's it for the Pokemon.
Okay. Very clean lineup, I'll say that. Very clean lineup you have.
I appreciate it. I try to keep it as fun or as Pokemon straightforward. The deck's already a little clunky, but that right there, just a little bit of tech, is perfect for what I'm doing. I'm playing the Miraidon's boss, Professor the Chad. Decided to run 4 of the Professor's Reacher, 2 Arvins. This guy's MVP. Ran Judge, triple boss. Just got to be aggressive with this deck. Triple Beach Court.
Switching out your Miraidons, right?
Yeah, gotta switch out the Mons, and especially if it's not Flying Pikachu in the front. Everybody else has 1 retreat cost. And if I don't want to evolve a Regieleki to VMAX to have free retreat, I just do this. Also, it helps with Drapion having a 1 retreat cost afterwards. So
Absolutely.
In the situation, you start with it. As far as tools, I ran 1 of each of these tools. They're just so good, and I just couldn't choose which one I wanted to run 2 of. They all came clutch in their time, so I like having the 1 of each. The MVP of the deck, Generator, when it works.
Bro, yeah, when it works.
When it works. I will say, first half of the day, I missed, but the second half, I was hitting 2s on every single one of these. Running the escape rope, double Pokédex, Pokégear, I apologize. Feeling that boomerage and Pokemon sometimes calling them the old cards. 4 Ultra Balls, double Nest Ball,
All the gold.
all the gold. Then believe it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 energies. So 14 lightning energies.
That is nice. And these are the really expensive ones.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want a shiny Iron Frozes. I didn't want to pay 50 a piece, so I'll take these.
Absolutely.
Overall, I love how the deck performed with the changes. I did not like Mana Stone V as much. I thought that I would. Now, in this case, like play Manaphy, I'm fine. This deck doesn't care about Manaphy.
Absolutely, and man, this thing is shining bright. Now, quick question. This is one thing I wanted to start asking people on the profile. So you play a Drapion. Depending if you have like your best setup, what are you putting the 60 damage on? Are you putting it on Drapion, forcing Mew, or are you just putting it on like a VMAX, knowing they most likely won't knock out the VMAX?
Normally, I just put it on the Regieleki, because if Drapion's out, the Regieleki is literally not evolved yet, so Regieleki would be the target for the 60.
Okay.
Normally, if Regieleki's out there, he's going to take that Lightning Wall attack if he's attacking with it. He's also switcherooing, so he doesn't stay out there taking damage, so that's usually the main target. Okay. And also, if I need to evolving them into 310 is solid, so it'll be 60 less is 250. It's an okay number, but obviously if you're playing weakness, you just put it on whatever, because they're all weak to fighting except for the Pikachu.
Okay, of course. Just wanted to ask that question just because I know, even myself, I've run into times where I'm like, all right, where do I put the 60? Do I put it on Drapion or do I put it on one of my bench Pokemon?
Rule of thumb, force them to have the Choice Bell and the Power Tower. It's an extra card they got to play.
Absolutely. Anything you would change, you think, about the deck?
Just working on the energy count. I feel like 14 seems to be right. Some people like more, some people like less. I like 14 for right now. That's probably what I'm gonna keep looking at to make sure it is consistently staying there. Beach courts are fine at 3. I mean, honestly, the bosses at 3 was my favorite addition. Always having people think you have 1 or 2 only. They don't expect the 3rd in this format. And literally, if I could run 4 Arvins, I would. This card's amazing in this deck.
Absolutely, Arvin, because you play so many tools, and then just being able to search out those generators as well.
Mm-hmm.
Anything last you want to say about the actual deck itself, or like anyone who's thinking about potentially playing Miraidon?
Honestly, play this deck because it takes a lot thinking. It's fast, but after that first turn, like you have to know what you're gonna do afterwards. Because if you don't catch a prize, it's hard to come back because everybody's knocking everybody out one shot. So if you're not getting that one shot right back, it's rough.
Absolutely. Well, hey man, I've been wanting to get this deck profile for a while. Eventually we'll get it to where I saw a couple cards that just got to get blinged out, which I know you have coming on the way.
Yeah, they're just on the way.
We'll definitely be able to get another deck profile on that. Any last words? Player slogan?
MVP Will, thank you for this one.
I got you, man. I got you. All right, guys. It's been Cesar. It's been your boy Will from 3.151. We'll see you in another one. Peace.